Trade and cooperation are the main focus at Monday's summit. China and Europe reached agreements on key issues. The two sides agreed to finish talks this year on an investment treaty that began in 2013. A deal on geographical indication was also signed. It protects hundreds of food and alcohol products with specific geographical origins.
这是中国环球电视台对于9月14日以视讯方式举行的欧洲领袖峰会的报道。习近平之后出现的首位欧盟领袖是梅克尔。
会晤以视频方式举行，中德欧领导人就中欧关系深入交换意见。
这是央视的报道，峰会已经降格成了会晤。德国同样出现在欧盟之前，这不是巧合，但是罕见由欧盟理事会、执委会以及轮值国3位主席联袂召开的记者会，首先发言的却不是梅克尔。
Europe needs to be a player, not a playing field. Today's meeting represents another step forward in forging a more balanced relationship with China.
欧盟理事会主席的开场白为从今以后的欧中关系定调。欧洲不再是一个门户大开、没有门槛的游戏场，重新平衡是今后一切合作的基调。
中欧要坚定不移推动全面战略伙伴关系健康稳定发展，做到4个坚持：坚持和平共处，坚持开放合作，坚持多边主义，坚持对话协商。
对于习近平强调的4个坚持，欧盟同样以3个原则回应。
We conveyed a clear and united European message. We want a relationship with China that's based on reciprocity, responsibility, and basic fairness. Today we addressed 4 key topics: climate change, economic and trade issues, international affairs and human rights, COVID-19 and economic recovery.
米歇尔以清晰而统一的欧洲信息回应了对于中国外交部长王毅2周前声称为了准备此次峰会，在5个首都进行双边会谈，各个击破，却没有到布鲁塞尔的自相矛盾。
Druck gemacht. Dazu wird Ursula von der Leyen ja gleich etwas sagen, dass wir beim Investitionsabkommen vorankommen müssen. Und wir haben eben unsere strategische Zusammenarbeit im Blick auf Klima deutlich werden lassen. Insgesamt muss die Zusammenarbeit mit China auf bestimmten Prinzipien beruhen: Reziprozität, einem fairen Wettbewerb. Wir sind unterschiedliche Gesellschaftssysteme, aber wenn wir uns zum Multilateralismus bekennen, dann muss er regelbasiert sein.
被安排在第2顺位发言的梅克尔也开门见山地表示对中国施压，亲身体验了德国能源转型困难的梅克尔，负责的是推进与中国在气候暖化议题上的合作进程。
China emits half of all CO2 emissions from coal-fired power stations, half of the CO2 emissions in the world. And that's why we talk with the President about the transition to other energy forms. We know that that is a structural challenge for the economy, but China wants to go down this path.
欧盟希望中国能把原定于2060年零排碳的进程和欧盟一样提早到2050，而公开要求俄罗斯调查反对党领袖纳瓦尼中毒的梅克尔，当然也没有对中国人权议题视而不见。
And topics which are difficult, where we don't always agree. Hong Kong, for example, the treatment of minorities and the issue of human rights. So I feel that today we had a good, open and honest dialogue which should be continued.
但是最强硬的要求，则是由欧盟理事会主席米歇尔负责提出。
We agreed to discuss these issues in details at the Human Rights Dialogue in Beijing later this year, which will also include, we hope, a field visit to Tibet.
习近平也做出了强烈的回应，并且在会后以书面通知拒绝了欧盟希望由联合国独立人权团体考察新疆的要求。
关于人权问题，习近平强调，世界上没有放之四海而皆准的人权发展道路，人权保障没有最好，只有更好。 各国首先应该做好自己的事情，相信欧方能够解决好自身存在的人权问题。中方不接受人权教师爷，反对搞双重标准。
除了在人权议题上双方的强势过招，峰会也好，会晤也罢，这场视讯会议的重中之重是2013年就启动的双方投资谈判。
For us, with market access, it's not a question of meeting halfway, but it's a question of rebalancing the asymmetry and a question of openness of our respective markets. So we need China to move on these two issues, and we need it to move if we are to achieve our shared objective of finalizing negotiations this year. So in other words, China has to convince us that it is worth having an investment agreement.
2020年起，中国与欧盟贸易总值虽然下降4.4%，占中国外贸总值的13.9%，首次低于中国对东盟国家的14.7%，远远超过美国的11%。但欧盟清楚地意识到，中美贸易战让欧洲成为中国不能轻视的重中之重，这完全改变了投资谈判的力道。
That China had committed to extending to EU businesses the favorable treatment granted to US operators under the US-China trade deal agreed in January, and we expect this commitment to be met.
欧盟不但要求中国国内市场的公平开放，更要求要和美国企业的同等待遇。这是双方要继续投资谈判的条件。
And now there are signs that the government here in Berlin is shifting its thinking too. It's just come out with this new document, which sets a very different tone. It talks about pulling back from such a close focus on China and strengthening ties with more like-minded countries across the Indo-Pacific region.
德国对中态度的转变，不但呼应了欧盟整体对中立场的重新定位，也反映出德国透过支持通过7500亿欧元的欧盟复苏基金，不再仅以德国为框架的对外思维逻辑。
Wir müssen aber zur Kenntnis nehmen, dass
We need to recognize that China isn't just an economic competitor, it's a systemic rival. China's system of society and of government with surveillance capitalism is fundamentally opposed to ours.
北京曾希望欧洲能保持中立，降低美国对中国科技冷战的伤害。这次3对14巨头的欧洲峰会是中国外交的重大挫败。欧盟对华立场转变，最后定夺仍将取决于美国大选的结果。若是川普当选，欧美可能持续关税拉锯战。此时欧盟，尤其德国梅克尔，可能会将经贸考量置于人权议题之上，与美中保持等距。若是拜登当选，欧盟与美国可能联手围堵中国的科技，一举歼灭中国科技崛起，这将决定中国未来的命运。